3 federal judges in California are now deciding the fate of President Trump's temporary travel ban. A decision is expected soon from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. A lower court judge blocked the president's executive order that would stop refugees from coming to the U.S. for 120 days. It would also keep citizens of 7 mostly Muslim nations from entering the U.S. for 90 days. Jan Crawford is tracking the appeal. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning. So the emergency hearing took place over the phone, and it lasted just over an hour, and at times it was contentious. 2 of the 3 judges appeared skeptical of arguments presented by August Flingy, a Justice Department lawyer making the case on behalf of the government, who said the states challenging the ban have no case because they were not directly harmed, that immigration law gives the president broad discretion on national security, and the order is not a Muslim ban and does not discriminate based on race or religion.
Plaintiffs have submitted evidence that they suggest shows that that was the motivation. So why shouldn't the case proceed perhaps to discovery to see if that really was the motivation or not?
We're not saying the case shouldn't proceed, but it is extraordinary for a court to enjoin the president's national security determination based on some newspaper articles, and that's what has happened here.
On the other side, the lawyer for Washington and Minnesota, Noah Purcell, argued the ban does hurt their states and its residents, violates numerous constitutional provisions, and amounts to discrimination against Muslims.
A total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
He pointed to Mr. Trump's rhetoric during his presidential campaign.
The public statements from the president and his top advisors reflecting that intent are strong evidence.
But one judge pressed Purcell on how the temporary 7-nation ban discriminated against Muslims and asked why the president can't put limits on countries with significant terrorism concerns.
I have trouble understanding why we're supposed to infer religious animus when, in fact, the vast majority of Muslims would not be affected as residents of those nations, and where the concern for terrorism with those connected with radical Islamic sects is kind of hard to deny.
Now, President Trump tweeted this morning that if the U.S. does not win this case, it so obviously should, we can never have the security and safety to which we are entitled. Politics. Now, the Ninth Circuit is considered the most liberal appeals court in the country, and so many have predicted from the beginning that the administration will lose at this point. But that, of course, is not the end of the legal fight. Gail?
All right, to be continued for sure. Thank you very much, Jan.